to London, and guess what? He is wild about Harry.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I feel really privileged because how many boys my age get to be an action figure on a bus or on a billboard?
Wingardium Leviosa. What was my reaction? Shocked or too much to take in.
I was just so desperate to be in this film because I love the books.
From the books to the movie, kids are wild about Harry Potter.
Well, I read the first book 7 times.
In the next hour, we take you inside the magical world of Harry Potter.
What was most moving for me was to see certain scenes.
And we'll reveal the secrets behind one of the most anticipated movies of the year.
That was bloody brilliant.
Hi everyone, welcome to E's Wild About Harry special. I'm David Adelson in London. Now Harry Potter lives in a magical world full of dragons and wizards and flying broomsticks. Thanks to the magic of movie making, the pages of J.K. Rowling's mega successful Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone have been brought to life. Now this is one of the most anticipated films of the year and could be the beginning of one of the most successful movie franchises ever.
Difficult, very difficult. Plenty of courage, I see. Not a bad mind either. There's talent, oh yes, and a thirst to prove yourself. But where to put you?
Not Slytherin. Not Slytherin.
Not Slytherin, eh? Are you sure? You could be great, you know. It's all here in your head. And Slytherin will help you on the way to greatness. There's no doubt about that. No? Well, if you're sure, better be Gryffindor!
It's almost certainly will be one of the biggest films of all time. Warner Brothers, of course, is downplaying that in general because they don't want to overexceed expectations.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone tells the story of a boy who finds out on his 11th birthday that he's the orphan son of 2 powerful wizards.
Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me where I might find platform 9 3/4?
9 3/4? Think you're being funny, do ya?
Harry is invited to attend the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and that's where the adventure begins.
Could you tell me how to get onto the platform?
Not to worry, dear. It's Ron's first time to Hogwarts as well. Now, all you've got to do is walk straight at the wall between platforms 9 and 10. Best do it at a bit of a run if you're nervous.
Good luck.
We're talking about a movie that has 100 million readers, 100 million books in print already. So you already have a huge built-in audience.
I've read the last one 27 times.
In New York, celebs who showed up for a screening of the movie couldn't contain their excitement.
I just want to see all of it. Gringotts and, Diagon Alley and all of that'll be great.
I love the imagination in it, the morality, the action, everything about it's great. It's wonderful writing.
I want to be entranced. I don't know how many times I've read the books because I have a 14-year-old daughter. So we started them, years ago, just when she really fell in love with reading, as so many did. So I don't know. I think we've read the whole series at least 3 or 4 times.
I think if you have a very successful series of books that are this loved, you've got a huge hit.
The books are a worldwide phenomenon, and that's exactly why this movie could be a risk.
With a movie like this, what's dangerous about it is that you are trying to exceed children's imaginations, and children, or at least meet their expectations.
That is precisely why director Chris Columbus decided the best approach was to stay as faithful to the book as possible. The movie was shot entirely in England and features all British actors.
if you're a fan, you love the material. So if it's, I'm not, you're not comparing it to Shakespeare, but you don't take a Shakespearean play and change it, change it too much.
I think it's going to be one of those things where the parents really are dragging the kids, more than any, though I think the parents, honestly, are just as excited to see this movie.
At the world premiere in London, author J.K. Rowling was, well, she was overwhelmed.
I live mostly in total denial. Tonight's the night I can't deny it very much, but tomorrow I'll be back to denial.
Rowling might be in denial, but movie fans aren't. Glowing reviews of the film were published the day after the premiere, and that led to a jump in stock prices for Warner Brothers' parent company, AOL Time Warner.
After September 11th, people were very concerned about whether people would go back to the movies. And I think not only does Harry Potter, and I think also Lord of the Rings, which is also coming this fall, really speaks to that. I think it speaks to a fantasy world and speaks to real sort of darkness in the world and speaks to good conquering over evil. And I think those are themes and those are elements that kids are very much aware of and are really looking to right now.
Ticket sales for sneak previews in the United Kingdom hit an all-time high. If that's any indication, Harry Potter is on track to break opening day box office records. Whether the movie makes a huge amount of money or not, one thing remains clear. Daniel Radcliffe's life will be forever changed. The search for the right boy to play Harry Potter went on for almost a year.
It was a very hard part to cast, as I'm sure people will remember, because it was in the press a lot. They just couldn't find Harry. It was turning into some sort of children's version of trying to find Scarlett O'Hara.
The director and producer auditioned more than 16,000 boys before bumping into Daniel and his parents at a London theater.
I couldn't get the image of Dan out of my head. I thought, he's amazing. There's something about him. He's got a certain depth, and he feels like he's, 40 years old. He's like a 40-year-old in an 11-year-old body.
This is one of the most coveted roles ever auditioned for. Did you have a degree of confidence when you went into the audition process?
I had barely any confidence, but I had a lot of hope. And because you have to go in with a certain amount of hope, otherwise, or belief in yourself, because otherwise there's really no point in auditioning.
Stick your right hand over the broom and say, up.
Was there some initial reluctance on the part of your parents to put you in this position, and why?
They only had one concern. Was when I go up for a role, I was very lucky to get Taylor of Panama and David Copperfield. I was very lucky. But I had a tendency to get my hopes up and go in with a huge amount of confidence. But, well, not a huge amount of confidence, but, I got my hopes up. And my parents knew there were millions, thousands, if not millions of boys going up for the role, and so they didn't want me to get my hopes up and then be really disappointed.
Is it possible to anticipate how your life might change as a result of this role?
I think if it had been going to change, it would have changed by now. And if it has changed at all, it's changed for the better. Because I still keep in contact with all my friends, and plus I've made loads of new friends on the set.
It's done for him. It's cast. Nothing he can do about it now. He's Harry Potter for life. And as the Telegraph said yesterday, the most important, the biggest figure in English literature, he'll be. Harry Potter is. And that's him.
Can you give someone some advice who is being thrust into the spotlight as you have?
Just enjoy it. Because there are a lot worse things going on in the world than just being recognized, so just enjoy it.
Still to come, from regular school kid to movie star overnight.
What was my reaction? Shocked or too much to take in.
For more fun facts about Harry Potter, go to www.eonline.com.